Hello creative minds, welcome back to Style by Marvel Greg, where we share pattern drafting, sewing tutorials and everything fashion related. And today's project I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful dress that you see here. You can make this in any color of your choice and it will really come out nice. If this looks like what you want to learn, then let's get right into the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also join the community for more tutorials. So for this project I made use of a chiffon fabric, though this chiffon came with a kind of beautiful design and I loved it so much. So you can go ahead and use any fabric that you want. Ensure that the fabric you're using is a fabric that can drape well. So I'm just going to draw this on a pattern for visibility sake. So I came out by 2 inches before measuring my basic measurements. So 2 inches because this dress has like a rope at the neckline and I don't want the neckline to be so choky, so that's why I'm doing 2 inches. So I'm also going to just mark my bust points, my hip line, and of course the length of my dress. So the total length that I want of this dress is 40 inches. So 40 inches including folding allowance. Okay, so by the time I move it up, it will not be too short. So I didn't know my video was not recording, but I'll just explain what I've done so far. So at the neckline area I measured my exact neck measurement, which was 8 inches, and I curved it all the way down to my bust point. My bust point, I measured my bust measurement and added extra 2 inches for ease. Then at my hip line I added 5 inches for ease, and I measured what I had at my hip line at the length of my dress. So that's basically what I've done here. It's very easy. Shoulder line, I marked my round shoulder measurement divided by 4, and my bust point I measured my round bust measurement and added extra 2 inches. Then at my hip line I measured my hip measurement divided by 4 and added extra 5 inches. And whatever total I have at my hip line is what I marked at my dress length. So I'm just going to measure where I want my back to start from, and I went ahead to measure 13 inches is where my back piece is going to start from, because we're going to be using this pattern to cut out both the front and the back. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So I'll just go ahead and highlight it for you to note down. Okay, then I'm going to just cut this out. So you remember that there is a pleat at the neckline area. So if you want your pleat to be very visible, like your pleat to be full at your neck shoulder line, you can just go ahead and add extra 1 or 1.5 inches to your measurements. But I didn't add anything to my measurements. I just went ahead to mark my exact neckline, that's my exact shoulder line at that point. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out on my fabric. So after cutting on my fabric, this is what it looks like. I also added extra 1 inches again at the side just to have that fullness. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut out my pattern paper and I'm going to use it to cut for the back piece. So after cutting for the back piece, I'm going to go ahead and cut lining piece. Okay, because I know some people are interested in how to use a lining for this. I posted a tutorial something like this on the channel where we included the invisible bra to our design. So you can go ahead and include an invisible bra if you want to, but we're not including an invisible bra to this particular one. Instead we're using a lining. So I'll just cut out my lining, which I've done here, and I'll go ahead and turn everything over. So if you observe, my lining is about 3 inches shorter than my main fabric. That's because we don't want the lining to be too long. So I'm just cutting it like a short kind of lining, like 3 inches lower than the main fabric. So I'll just go ahead and turn out everything for the back. We'll work on the back first. I'll turn out everything for the back. I'll close the sides and I'll also close the upper part for the back as well. So at that point I've gone ahead to notch my hip point where I'll be including an elastic, but I'll explain that much later in the course of this tutorial. So I've gone ahead to close up for the back, and this is me turning it over for you to see. So the next step now is to just go ahead and sew about 0.5 0.7 inches all the way for our rope casing. So that part, when I was sewing, I did not close that. I left about 0.7 inches before closing, so as to enable me pass my elastic for the back piece. So for the front piece, I'll just go ahead and turn out everything. I'll close up the upper part, the armhole part, but before then I'll go ahead and pleat the neck area. That's this part. I'll just go ahead and pleat it first, and I'll show you how I did it. So this is the pleats. My pleats were not so much. By the time I was done pleating, what I had there is about 7 inches. So like I said, if you want your pleats to be more, you can go ahead and add inches to your shoulder when measuring. So this is what it looks like by the time I was done joining. And the next step now is to go ahead and measure from the top of your dress to your hip point. So I'll measure to my hip point and draw a line, and from that hip point is where I'm going to include my elastic. So as I'm stitching the elastic, I'll be dragging it like so as to get that effect. So I'm also going to do the same for my back piece. I'll measure my hip line, and that is exactly where I will include my elastic. And I'll also include the elastic for the back. So the elastic I included for the back was about 8 inches. So after doing that, this is what it looks like. You can see how beautiful it's looking now. And this is the back piece as well. So next part now is to go ahead and join them together, both sides together. So I've done the joining of both sides. So next is to impute our band. So the band I have is about 8 inches. So first of all, I'm going to measure what I have at my neckline and divide it by 2. So whatever I have, I'll just go ahead and ensure that I get the midpoint of my band and mark it as well. So for my band is 8 inches. You know, it's going to be on fold. The length I had about 66 inches length, so you can make yours longer if you want. Then I'm going to fold it into 2 and measure what I have measured at my neckline. So for instance, in my neckline I had about 8 inches, so I measured 4 inches and I marked it. So I'll fold my band, and I will ensure that when I'm stitching that part I marked, I will ensure that I leave 8 inches at the center point. So ensure you get the center point, and I'll go ahead and stitch and leave that opening, and I'll stitch at that end and also close up the sides. So this is what it looks like by the time I was done. So what I have in the middle now is exactly what I have my neckline for my dress. So I'll just go ahead and stitch it inside. I'll push it inside, and I'll go ahead and top stitch on my band like so. And that's basically all for this tutorial, guys. Easy peasy, right? I hope you learned something, guys, and I hope you'll be trying it out. So if you want to include a bralette, I have a tutorial on how you can include an invisible bra to your dress, so you can go and watch it. I will include the description. I will include the link in the description for you to go and watch. So this is the outcome of mine. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll definitely be seeing you in my next video. Bye.